Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman was a Canadian-American actor-comedian, best known for his 8-year run on Saturday Night Live. Shortly before 3 a.m. on May 28, 1998, Hartman's wife Bryn, fueled by drugs and alcohol, entered Hartman's bedroom, and fatally shot him as he slept, once between the eyes, once in the throat, and once in the upper chest. Bryn then drove to the home of her friend Ron Douglas and confessed to the killing, but he didn't believe her. They both drove back to the Hartman house in separate cars. After seeing Hartman's dead body, Douglas called 911 at 6:20 a.m. Bryn locked herself in the bedroom. Shortly afterward, she committed suicide by a self-inflicted gunshot. Dorothy Stratton. Canadian Playboy playmate, model, and actress, Dorothy Stratten was murdered by a single shotgun blast, by her estranged husband, Paul Snider, on August 14, 1980. Approximately 1 hour after killing Stratton, Snider took his life, also with a single shotgun blast. Both bodies were found nude, by Snider's roommates. Stratton had a bloody handprint on her rear end, leading authorities to suspect Snider molested Stratton's dead body. Christina Grimmie. American singer-songwriter, actress, and popular YouTuber, Christina Grimmie was shot to death on June 10, 2016, by obsessed fan, Kevin James Loibel, in Orlando, Florida, after a performance with Before You Exit. Grimmie had been signing autographs after the show, when she was approached by Loibel. The star opened her arms to hug her fan, but instead of embracing Grimmie, Loibel shot her 3 times. After a brief scuffle with Grimmie's brother, Loibel fatally shot himself. Sam Cooke. On December 11, 1964, American singer-songwriter Sam Cooke was fatally shot, at the Hacienda Motel, in south-central Los Angeles, California. Responding to separate reports of a shooting and a kidnapping at the motel, police discovered Cooke's lifeless body. He had sustained a gunshot wound to the chest, which pierced his heart. The motel's manager, Bertha Franklin, claimed to have shot him in self-defense. A coroner's inquest was convened to investigate the incident. The jury accepted Franklin's explanation and returned a verdict of justifiable homicide. Sharon Tate. On August 9, 1969, American actress and model, Sharon Tate, who was 8.5 months pregnant with husband Roman Polanski's baby, was brutally murdered by members of the Manson family cult, under orders from leader, Charles Manson. Also slayed that night were Tate's friends, Jay Sebring, Wojciech Wrychowski, and Abigail Folger, as well as Stephen Parent, who had only been on the property briefly, visiting the property's caretaker, William Garrettson. Parent was shot while driving down the driveway to leave. The coroner's report for Tate noted that she had been stabbed 16 times and that 5 of the wounds were in and of themselves fatal. Adrian Shelley. On November 1, 2006, American actress, film director and screenwriter, Adrian Shelley, was found dead, hanging in the shower of her West Village work studio apartment. The initial examination of the scene did not reveal any suspicious circumstances, and police apparently believed it to be a suicide. Shelley's husband insisted she would have never taken her own life, which brought about a re-examination of the bathroom that disclosed a suspicious shoe print. Police arrested Diego Pilco, a 19-year-old construction worker, who then confessed to killing Shelley and making it look as if she had committed suicide. Marvin Gaye. On April 1, 1984, the day before his 45th birthday, American singer-songwriter Marvin Gaye was shot dead by his father, Marvin Gaye Sr., at their house in West Adams, Los Angeles, after an argument, witnessed by Gaye's mother, Alberta. Gaye Sr. later pleaded no contest to voluntary manslaughter, and received a 6-year suspended sentence and 5 years of probation. Bob Crane. On June 29, 1978, Hogan's Heroes star Bob Crane was found bludgeoned to death in his Scottsdale, Arizona apartment. Detectives examined Crane's extensive videotape collection, which led them to John Carpenter, who was featured in many tapes with Crane, having sex with hundreds of women. Carpenter's rental car was impounded and searched. Several blood smears were found that matched Crane's blood type. DNA testing was not yet available, and no charges were filed. The case was reopened in 1990. In June 1992, Carpenter was arrested and charged with Crane's murder. After the 1994 trial, Carpenter was acquitted. He maintained his innocence until his death in 1998. The murder remains officially unsolved.